Today we're doing the central map. We've got Conquest for probably the next 2 days, guides, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Inside of this map there are 2 rewards, 2 gold pipeline cards. These are going to be needed if you want to work your way towards the Roki Sasaki collection reward. So our first steps on this map is going to be to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, check out our Twitch streams, link inside the description. Y'all thought I was going to forget about that. I wasn't. We going to skip the steel fans phase, the yellow phase, you skip to reinforce. At reinforce here, surprisingly, we're going to be getting a good amount of territories, 13 to be exact. And what we're going to do is what we always do. We are going to move towards the closest stronghold, which in this case is the Minnesota Twins, and we are going to form a circle around them. Now, as I've always said, if you lose any fans during the initial simulations, meaning before you even play a game, which we did right there, you want to restart it every single time until you get a perfect simulation. Now, I think I made a mistake going to this spot right here. As you guys saw, they did attack us. Last time they didn't attack me when I was testing this out and I took this path. Okay, so yeah, it actually is smarter to take this route. So we're going to restart one more time and we are going to take the route we took originally, because if we can prevent them from dropping a territory there, it stops us from a simulation, and if we can prevent them without losing a fan, that's even better. So if you even lose a fan there, you restart. I'm going to come back to you guys when I get the perfect simulation. So ideally, what are you looking at? Let me do the calculation. 13 million fans here, 12 here, 11 here. You should end up with 10 here, and then 9 there. When you get to 9 there, that is the perfect simulation. Let's see if this run is going to give it to us. Hold on. One more, please. I'll be back. Now, you might say something about my hair, but I just got it done, so relax. It needs to dry out and everything. That's the way it's looking like that. After like 4 to 5 simulations, we finally ended up here with 9 million fans. And I'm actually going to change the camera in terms of where we're at, just so you guys can see the map a little better. So we're going to form a circle around the Minnesota Twins, and then we're going to take as many territories as available that are open. Now, all those open territories behind us should be ours for the taking, right? This is where I see on my screenshot the Minnesota Twins first opened up on. So we're going to put 3 million there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they attack here based on them moving a territory instantly there during turn 2. So we're going to put our 15 million there. Do I want to actually, let's say, not move towards circling in the Cubs? I don't think it's worth circling in the Cubs right now. So yeah, we're going to keep it there. And I was correct. They do attack that top spot first. So having the 3 million there is going to be pivotal. And reward already. Take every single open territory in the beginning. That's basically what you want to maximize, because that will allow you to get more reinforcements. We're going to hopefully still have a path where we don't have to simulate. That way we can just snake around. But if they close that up, they close that up. Keep in mind, I reinforced 1 over here. That way we can take this open territory. Keep that in mind, please. So we're going to move 21 there. Or excuse me, not move. Reinforce 21 there. We're going to skip the move fans phase. We're going to move that 1 million there. We stay with 3 million in that spot. And I'm not sure. I think the Kansas City Royals are starting to like circle themselves in. Here, it's pivotal that you don't make the mistake of, when you're on this hexagon, jump into this one. Because then, like, you can't take these 2 territories and continue moving. You'll lock yourself out. So make sure you're following this exact path as best as you can. We're going to, like a little snake, basically take as many open territories as we can. And we're even going to slither ourselves all the way to the bottom here, right? And continue on taking more open territories, because that's what we do. Now, the Kansas City Royals, their main attacker is this one, so that's something that we're going to want to look out for. It's probably smart to look to attack the Royals, but for now, we're just gonna take advantage of all these open territories. Like, we're not even thinking twice about this, to be honest. Twins, they weren't able to take anything. The Royals did end up attacking one of our territories, and as you can see, they have circled themselves up. That's fine. We're not even stressed about that. Like I said, always make sure you are taking paths that don't lock yourselves in. So with 16 spaces, it is very unlikely that we're going to go all the way up here, at least on this turn. So I'd rather take this path and get as many of these open territories as we can. With 6 million fans, 5 million fans that we end up here, we could ideally attack this 1 million and have a high simulation chance, but I'd rather not even push it. I'd rather not force it. So we'll keep ourselves 5 million there. We're going to end up reinforcing. We'll put 3 million here to take these 2 million territories. We'll put 4 million here to take these 3 territories as long as they don't move. And then the rest are going to go here. So we can form a circle around the Kansas City Royals. Now we are going to move these 5 million fans down to the 4 million just to give ourselves some extra leeway in a way. So with the 31 million, we're not going to attack just yet. We're going to see whether the Kansas City Royals want to go after us. They decided to move there. That's fine. With the 8 million, we are going to take these spaces and we're going to leave ourselves next to the Pirates for right now. We're going to take care of the 31 million. No problem. Take care of the 2 million. No problem. Now you might be saying, well, you're going to leave yourself a ton of fans here. That's where the move fans phase comes in, to be honest. And that's probably the only time that it's useful. Whenever you do something like this where you don't really have a way to continue going about it. But we've made good progress. 18 million there, 5 million there. Honestly, we could just reinforce to where the Pirates are at without a problem too. So we're going to put 3 million here, right? I think the Cardinals are getting pretty strong. I'd want to circle them off as soon as possible. That one has 3 million and soon enough it's going to start chomping away at us. The perfect path would be probably here and then just go down about it and complete a circle around it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to reinforce everything here. Move these 18 million. I forgot to reinforce this leading territory to 3 million. So that's going to stink a little bit because that's going to force me. I'm just going to move this 5 million over to that 1 million territory. Screw it. Leave 1 million there if the Pirates attack it. Oh, wow. Right? And we're just going to make sure we don't worry about that twin spot for a while. I should have went after that 2. Instead of going after that 1 right here, I should have went after that 2. If you're watching this and you have the opportunity to, don't go after this 1. Go after this 2 or whatever number is here. That way then you can come down here and take both, as we're not going to have the opportunity to circle them in the way I'd like to, of course. But the beauty of it is that territory that we are going to leave open of the Cardinals is generally where they station their first move at. So wait, hold on. Do we still have the opportunity to? Yeah, we do. Actually, I meant to do that. That was intended. It was intended for sure. So Cardinals are going to be closed off for now. We'll go after the Cubs next. They're a lot weaker. And we'll go after the 2 millions first. Well, do we? No, we want to go after the 1 millions. Not because we have a higher simulation chance. Don't believe that nonsense. If I were to tell you that, it's just because if we were to go after the 2 million and we were looking to circle off the Cubs, it'd be closing ourselves in, basically. The game froze for a second there, and then magically we lost 7 million fans in that one encounter. So, okay, SDS, I guess you guys don't want me to throw out guides anymore for Conquest, since you guys are starting to rig it in favor of the CPU. All right, with 2 million here, I think I'm fine at that, right? So we got to be smart about how we do things here. So we want 3 million there. We have the 5 million up there. For the Pirates, we don't need to go after them. For the Cardinals, we want to put 3 million here. For the Cubs, we want to put 3 million here. You can circle in the Brewers and then continue on down towards the White Sox. Or you could circle in, ideally, the White Sox through this path right here, going down through here, and then try to go after the Reds next, and then Pirates. I think we're going to take that path because the Brewers are not as strong as the White Sox. Do I want to go after this 2 million? No. Or do I want to reinforce this 2 million? No. Why? Because it's the same number as these two, so they're less likely to attack us. So let's reinforce this territory instead. And it's going to be a lot juicier than it should be because we got 18 million fans to move on over. So 56 mil should be more than enough to at least circle in the White Sox and possibly circle in the Reds as well. As you can see, multiple of our blockers have lost 1 million fans. That's what I like to call them. I like to call them the blockers, right? Because I see the strongholds as a nipple in a way, right? And you're basically looking to circle in the nipple every single time. And once you got that, you have like a perfectly, you know what? Don't even ignore me, bro. Don't even write a comment about what I just said, because then people are gonna be like, what the fuck? I thought this was an MLB The Show channel and this guy's talking about doing things like that. Like, is he sane? And the last thing I want people doing is questioning my sanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already play Conquest and I already put out Conquest guides, which people question my sanity just based on the fact that, like, I actually enjoy this game mode and I enjoy dropping the videos, strategizing and everything. But, you know, let's not discuss it. It never happened, okay? Same thing with the Pirates. We're going to circle them in and we're going to have more than enough fans to actually circle in the Reds and make good progress towards the White Sox too. So it's like we're doing a beautiful job right now. This is probably one of the easier maps, which is surprising because at the start it looked like it would be one of the harder maps based on how many fans we started off initially with. Do I want to make my way up to the Brewers or just like I can't circle off the Guardians though? So let's just, yeah, let's make our way up to the Brewers here. Do we have enough fans to circle them in? Sure. Are we going to successfully circle them in? Most likely not. 9 million versus, well, 7 million versus a 1 million territory. The odds are in your favor. Hey, we might actually be able to do it. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to end up at the spot that they attack first at. But that's fine. We were able to literally circle in, I think, 4 strongholds in 1 turn. It really doesn't get much better than that, truth be told. So we're going to reinforce this back to 3, reinforce this to 3. Cubs is reinforced for the White Sox. This is where you want to reinforce the 3. For the Brewers, you want to reinforce the 3 here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a mistake. You want to reinforce the 3 right there. For the Reds, you want to reinforce the 3 right here. And then for the Pirates, you want to reinforce the 3 right here. The best path is probably going to be to go straight through. Yeah. So we're going to reinforce this territory as our new leading territory. And we're going to take away the 7 mil. And we're going to bring it to the 42. Right. And now we're going to go up. If we lose any of our blockers, I would not be too stressed. I'd chalk it up to the game. We're looking good. We're making great progress. The 2 million attacked our 3 million. That's another thing I forgot to mention in that first video. The only time a weaker territory will attack a stronger territory is when the weaker territory feels like the stronger territory is about to make a move on their stronghold. And as you can see, we have the stronghold circled in. So the CPU realizes, hey, they're looking to capture our stronghold. Let's go ahead and try to disrupt the circle around our stronghold. That way we can reinforce whatever territories we still have available to us. Luckily for us, although, they didn't beat us. And even if they did beat us, it really wouldn't have done much to stop us from continuing the path of destruction. I almost made a mistake in the path I took right there. Yo, no funny. This might be the least amount of turns we've ever, like, the simulations are going great in our favor, right? But like, we just finished the Conquest map, and I feel like we didn't even last 15 minutes doing the entirety of it, right? And now you're done. Like, all you got to do now, let me see where the Guardians. You don't have to do this, but I like doing it to just make sure that we still have blockers in place just in case these guys try to break free. But damn, the Cubs weren't playing around. Them boys kept 3 there. Reds, we gotta reinforce this to 3. Pirates, we gotta reinforce this to 3. And now you decide, who do you personally want to attack first? If you want to go after the Minnesota Twins, reinforce everything up there. Move fans, not from your blockers. Move fans from wherever there isn't a blocker with 3 million to that spot, or you can split them even if you'd like. You can put like the 22 million next to the Cubs, let's say, for example, and that way you can like reinforce another, just move it to the 56. Screw all that, man. So now with 77 million, you'll see we get to face the Twins on rookie difficulty. Let's say you go ahead and beat the Twins. Then after that, you would skip to reinforce phase because you wouldn't want to attack the rest of the territories with 3 million fans. You would then reinforce the next leading territory. So you would reinforce this one. And then you would move the 77 million fans, or however many fans you have at this twin stronghold, to the next stronghold. So now you're attacking 2 strongholds per turn, and as you continue reinforcing, you're only going to be able to continue attacking 2 strongholds per turn, unless you like evenly divide the reinforcement phase to like give you 30 here and then 30 here, and then the next turn 30 here, 30 here, and then you split the, you can only move once, so then you put all the move fans into like, there's no point in doing all that. Just knock them out, okay? Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. That's not actually how the outro goes. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. We stream daily on Twitch. Check out the description. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out the links to the Twitch and more social medias there. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. And I'll catch you all in the next one. All right? Peace out, gangsters. Much love. For a split second, we almost forgot to include this inside the video. That's why y'all see me sitting down and everything. But these are the hidden rewards. Once again, make sure you guys follow JesseDH10 on Twitter. He has a YouTube channel, which I'm covering, JesseD123.